it gave me two songs to look forward to. Because dude shot it out, hit my phone, and he shot out Flowing with God. So when you do something like that, now those two songs become pinnacle to your album. Because dude was like, it's like you said, it's a video call about the dude that I guess listened to the album before the album came out.
Mm-hmm. He was like, shit sounds like a gangsta on vacation. Shit's crazy. I was like, that was right at the end of the thing. It's like, so I think that's what it was. Like he like heard this whole thing beforehand.
The second track we got is In the 724. We don't get a lot of 724 shout out tracks, man. So I was kind of excited to see that when I saw it in the track.
724. If there's people in the 412 area that unfortunately has a 724 number. Unfortunately? Hey, yeah. If you live in the Pittsburgh area and you gave in a 724 number, would you be upset?
No. But I also have a lot of.
So you got a new phone tomorrow, and they said, "Oh, sorry, all the 412s are gone."
Low key, I wouldn't be mad if they give me a fucking area code from like Dakota on that.
Oh, get what? Oh no, I'm like, listen, we're gonna get this 412 right.
So
now.
you're one of them dudes that would get 412 tatted on you and some shit?
Oh hell no! Oh no! That's going. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Moot. I forgot. And also, if I ever did that, I'll probably get both. Again, 724 has been as much a part of my life as 412 for where I've had to live at and be around in the city.
Okay.
So that's why it isn't as much like some dudes look at it like, oh, nigga, you from New Kent, you got that 724. Or you from like what Newcastle, you got that 724. When I look at it, it's like, nigga, we all West Side. It's not like you got a 717. Now you got a 717. Then I'm like, nigga, you from the like middle of the state.
What about 330?
I don't even know
what's Erie.
Nah.
Okay.
I know. I've dealt with the middle of the state. That's why I know 717 is the middle of the state.
Okay.
That's like York.
Yeah.
So like that's what I'm like, yo, you got a 717. You ain't from around here at all. At least like that's my thing. Like you got a 724. At least I know you around the way.
Yeah.
If it's anything else but a 724, I'm like, yo, man, who are you? What do you want? Like I don't have any time for like. Think about it, man. A lot of people don't pick up. Let me get back to review in 1 second. A lot of people don't pick up phone numbers they don't know.
Yep.
There's a heightened chance that you'll pick up a 412 or 724.
Yeah.
After that, you're probably not paying attention to the phone call.
No. I'll just be like, I'll check after. I'll be like, where's the area code from? Oh, I don't know anybody from there.
Oh, unless it's 619.
619.
That was just a Rey Mysterio reference. I'm sorry.
Oh.
So back to the album. The first track is In the 724.
Produced by J-Dub.
Yes. Short track, but I loved it, man.
It was like, this was more of the intro. Like in my eyes.
Then every track's an intro because all the tracks are short as hell.
I'm saying like I'm saying this would be the intro more than like this was the intro track.
Oh yeah, in accents, yeah.
Yeah, because like Rainbow Pockets was just that was just complete voicemail.
But yeah, for that, and you know what? I want to say this now because I feel like, and I'm gonna keep on saying it. This album, at least beat wise, is a masterpiece.
With this whole album,
beats,
yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like I didn't want, because it's gonna sound like I'm talking about beats every song. And he produces like 6 of the tracks, right?
Or co-produces, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's not even like a slant on him. It's just the production and the samples.
Yeah, the sample. Well, we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah. So after that, like I said, the first track in the 724 is dope. Then double. How you feel about that double capo?
Double capo. All right, we'll go right into it again with a beat. It's like it like leads up and then the bass just drops in halfway through. I was like, ooh, and he goes off. I mean, like the song was good. I like this one. I like this track. One of these tracks off of this one. Wait, timeout. Are we doing? This is a 9.
We're doing 2.
2 and 2.
Yeah.
Okay. For those who don't know, or first time viewers, we usually do this is top 3, bottom 3, depending on how big the album is. If we do EPs, we do 1-on-1. But right now, since you got 9,
this is a weird length.
Yeah. So we'll do 2 and 2 because technically your first track wasn't really a song, so it's kind of like bringing down to 8 tracks. So we'll just do 2 and 2.
But
we'll go with that. Yeah. So
the one thing about Double Capo though is I didn't like the deep voice. The deep voice thing went on for a minute. I counted. It was the first full minute and 2 seconds of the song.
Yeah, it was.
And then it was the hook at the end.
Yeah.
Which it didn't. But if it would have just been if it would have been the length of the hook at the end, it wouldn't have been as bad. But for a second, I thought the whole song was gonna be deep voice.
If it was, if the song was full deep voice, I wouldn't. I mean, as much as I like the beat, but
the verses were cool.
Yeah,
like, I'm not stunning on the verses. I'm just like, bro, you went. I was at the point where I'm like, bro, so you on deep voice? I've heard like 3 artists attempt to do a whole deep voice song. and I'm just like, I don't know why you do it. Not chopped and screwed, like it was purposely straight deep voice.
Yeah.
After that, we got Blackberry Molasses.
Oh, wait, hold up. Before we go off to the last song was actually produced by Luco, and this one is produced by Luco as well.
Definitely.
This one, Blackberry Molasses. Why was this not longer? Like, that's the first question.
Blackberry Molasses is that shit, bro. And it's that shit in that old, like, oh, that fucking gospel hook is fucking beautiful for one. I don't know if that was you, if you sampled that from somebody. I never heard that one before.
I think that might be him, but I
thought it was him for a second, but I was like, bro, if that's you, you gotta make some decisions to make.
Yeah.
In the verse, like the stuff he was rapping about on the verse, like were so real.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, like between lyrics and just this whole song is just, why is it only a minute and like 40 seconds long?
I was kind of upset. I was like,
that's all I got.
I got like a little teaser from it. I was like, I could have got a little more from this. This is one of my favorite songs too. Like,
and I'm so happy this one's on that Piff because this is gonna be one of the ones I need this song on my iPod.
Yeah.
No matter how, like, and this Piff is, never mind. You wouldn't be able to relate to this, but it reminds me of my favorite tracks off Jay-Z's Magna Carta were the two shortest tracks, and they were only like a minute long, and it pissed me off. Every other song was like 5 minutes long, and that's how I felt about this track. I'm just like, why is this so short? Like you got me wanting to break into a studio and try to remix this shit to get 2 more verses on here to make it longer.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, that can be done.
Can be, it'd just be disrespectful as hell.
Yeah. Or he could do it.
After that, we got Time Flies.
Again, produced by Luco. I like this one.
And the weird thing about this one is Black being the track after Black Molasses is hard.
It's kind of difficult. Yeah.
Like I feel like to me, like, this is gonna sound like a lot, but it's like being the track after Billie Jean. Like Black Molasses is that dope. And it's just like, yeah, this is still cool, beat's still dope, but like I kind of want to just get the back button real quick and go back and listen to Black Molasses.
Yeah.
Or Blackberry Molasses again. After that, the song that was talked about in the skit.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about Hit My Phone?
Hit My Phone. I like the concept, but I wasn't too crazy about the song overall.
See, I fuck with that song pretty heavy.
Too?
I think it's a great radio hit.
Okay.
Like I think it's catchy as fuck for radio, and I don't think it's corny.
Yeah. It's not corny at all. No, not at all. It's just kind of like if you're hitting anybody's phone up at 3 a.m.
I think it's at 5.
5 a.m.?
Yeah. Which that's when I wake up for work.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you want to hit me up, you can hit me up, but it's gonna be a lot of movement.
But it's like, yeah, I mean, it was like if you need a friend or something to chat with, it's like,
or if you need that, X or you need that weed.
Yeah, you need something, I mean, I like the concept. I wasn't like, I'm just comparing all the tracks. Like if I'm just like over on the album wise, this is probably like one of the, like my bottom tracks on the album.
So this is one of my favorite ones.
Okay.
So, all right, I'll give you that. So after that, we got Million Ones. This is where I had to come to the realization that every beat was fire.
Yeah. This one, they redid Hall Notes Man-Eater.
Okay, I was like, I've heard this before. I never knew the name of the song.
And I was like, this shit.
But I remember I was like, I've heard this before, and I'm like, I love it as soon as I heard it.
I was like, I was happy when I heard this one.
But I didn't like his vocals on this track. Like how it sounded.
There was a little, because he added it. This one was, I think, the only one that had actual auto-tune.
Okay, but it was like he was trying to rap auto-tune.
It was, and it seemed like I feel like Pyrex did the same thing in his Below Sea Level.
Okay, I remember that.
And I kind of feel like it was something like it kind of felt like the same.
Like he was trying to use the effect, like trying to get pain in his voice or something like that.
Yeah. It was all right. I liked the beat. I think the song was pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. This one was produced by Luco and Kills.
Okay.
Dual collab on that.
Next track, we got Gang Gang.
Gang Gang, Luco and Kills.
This one was not impressive to me.
It's not. Yeah, I wasn't too crazy about this one. It wasn't. It was like for me. It wasn't. I wasn't too.
Like if Million Ones I could probably deal with and listen through because of how great the beat is. Mm-hmm. Gang Gang, his flow and rhyme and I just don't. the stuff that doesn't matter to me, what he's saying on this track, and the beat doesn't save it that much.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it wasn't. I wasn't too crazy about this track too much either.
Then the last track, Flowing with God,
so
with the Phil Collins in the air sample.
No, this is all right. I know it's not a big deal, but I'm like a little low key upset there was no drum solo.
I knew it wasn't coming.
I was like, I'm waiting for.
I knew it wasn't coming because the song was too short.
It was.
As soon as I saw, I was like, unless the song's like 4 minutes long, we ain't going to get the drums.
But this one was actually a 3-part collab production: Louis Alexander, Luco, and J Dub. But
a great way to end the album.
It was a good way. I'm not upset.
Oh, and the hook, I flow for the streets, fuck flowing for you. If I die, I'll flow for God or something, or flowing with God or something like that. That whole line was crazy.
It was a great way to end it. This album was overall, the whole album was dope.
Yes.
Again, I had a little. It was just kind of like maybe content, a little bit of content for me, but overall.
What do you mean content?
Like I said, I wasn't too crazy about like hitting my phone. I don't know. I just didn't feel like. I don't know. It just didn't seem like it was like, I don't know. I feel like it could maybe different way. I feel like it was just more towards like, it just didn't seem like not every person that's hitting you up is your friend. You know, like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. My phone's dry as shit. 90% of the people that hit on my phone are either my friends or the coworkers that consider me like their boss, but I'm still their coworker.
Oh.
So that's the only people that hit me up. So.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
So I guess I'll drop my worst 2 first.
Okay.
Again, y'all know what it is. This album's on a little weird place on track, so we're gonna go 2 worst, 2 best on this one. So my second worst was Million Ones. Mm-hmm. Again, just wasn't feeling the vocals on that song and how he did it. Like the auto-tune. You're right. I wasn't fully sure if it was auto-tune. I didn't know if he was doing vocal pitches or something else, or like doing like weird layering.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. And then my number 1 was Gang Gang. Again, that was probably the only song on the album I didn't like at all.
I can agree with you. Like I said, Hit My Phone probably be number 2.
Okay.
And then number 1 probably be Gang Gang. I wasn't too crazy about that one either. I'll run off my best. It's kind of like, all right. I'll say, so I put like a few of them. I was like, we're doing 3 and 3, but okay, I'm gonna. It's not a little difficult. Just like, well, the 2 I can only pick now.
So you're mad because you ain't gonna say your 3?
Kind of, but I would say, I'll probably say Double Capo, number 2, and number 1 has to be Blackberry Molasses. But then I still like there's a bunch of other tracks I did like a lot. So I mean, like,
I don't know. There's only 8 tracks, and we're like, oh shit, how we gonna pick these 2? My number 2 was Blackberry Molasses.
Oh shit!
And my number 1 is Hit My Phone.
Hit My Phone. Oh,
yeah. Again, I think it's like Blackberry Molasses is the hardcore hip hop fan song. Hit My Phone is, I think, especially if it was 3 minutes or 3:40 or something like that instead of like whatever it is lengthwise. I think that is a bona fide fucking hit, and I need that played on Grindr. But it's a bona fide. Like I think Hit My Phone.
I'm not against it. It wasn't bad. It was good.
But when it comes to Blackberry Molasses to me is like at least how the hook goes reminds me of like a Common hit.
Yeah.
Like, and not him rapping, it's just that feel of the track, which is why I like this album so much. Yes, he raps a lot of street stuff at some points, but I don't have it's not as much trap.
Yeah.
Like it's more like a classic street rap instead of just like, not like, yeah, you said about the bass in the one track, but it's not like trap heavy, doom, 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 doom. No, it's not one of those.
Yeah.
So like, and I mean, I like that shit, but it's refreshing to hear somebody, especially from Pittsburgh, or not, well, from Southwest PA, spit something like this.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was what Fayette County was doing.
Vietnam.
Really? Did he say that at one point?
No, but that's what it's called. You
Where?
never heard that? You never heard that term? Vietnam? Oh.
If y'all call where y'all live Vietnam, it's time to move.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That's like I thought that was everybody knew about that. Okay. All right, maybe
so let's get these scores up. I guess I'll roll out first. I'm going with a strong 4.
I was gonna run with the same thing. A strong 4. I think it was overall good. I just think it could have been longer.
I needed, honestly, even with the 2 tracks I didn't like, if every track was like at least 2:50 to 3 minutes long, he would have got at least a 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But the length of these songs, especially my favorite tracks are the shortest tracks, it's just like, I felt like these are all snippets.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like in like a month we're going to get the Okie Doke and he's going to drop the full length version of the Cow Capo.
Yeah.
The full edition. So,
Blackberry Molasses featuring somebody else.
Yeah, like there's gonna be a whole new part of this with a bunch of features. So it's like gonna be the remix edition, except all his verses will be the same.
Yeah,
which is like my man, real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. A remix where you do not change the lyrics outside of the California Love remix is not a remix. It's the only remix that I count as a remix that did not change any lyrics.
But that was like a beat remix, though.
Yeah, but they advertise that as like a full-blown remix.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm trying to think of any remixes like that.
That didn't change the lyrics of them. Oh, and I guess I kind of give y'all the Wyclef Sweetest Girl remix with Raekwon, even though I'm pretty sure everybody's lyrics except Lil Wayne's were the same.
As long as the hook can be the same, but...
Yeah, the hook can be the same. I'm talking about like full-blown verse for verse, the original artist's verses are the same, and then you just get the feature. So... let's get into it. We got a returning artist today. I like when we do returning artists. It means I get to see growth or lack thereof. It is, I'm going to run this down one more time. I just like having fun with it. He's calling himself Happy Clouds now. You might have known him as Free Drugs. You might have known him as Noah Got a Boa. You might have known him as Noah Joseph. You might have known him as that weird kid with the mohawk or whatever the thing he's doing with his hair these days.
Yeah.
But he's a friend of the show. Friend of this show.
Yeah.
And it's time for XL drugs. We're all trying to figure out what XL drugs means. I'm talking about, I think it's the big pills that they give animals at the zoo.
When you take two gulps of water.
Gotta get that camel rope.
This whole album was actually produced by Cousin Reese.
Which I would not be shocked. I mean, dude, these beats are dope. Would not be shocked if it's really just his cousin.
I mean,
okay.
Hey. It might be, married into the family because. All right, we'll start off. First track, Starring Me. It was a good track, a good opener, and it was just kind of like, just pretty much his like.
Wait, that was the first track, wasn't it? I got it off of SoundCloud. I got it. That's the last.
Hey, you know what? You go ahead and tell me what your track is. Maybe I wrote it wrong.
All right. No, because you're usually the one that got the right track list. That's why I was like really lost. I'm like, I know I got this off of SoundCloud.
I thought I got this off of SoundCloud too.
Mine was Randy the Reject. Yeah, these track names are wild. Like, I can't believe I just said that like it was just a normal track name. Yeah, Randy the Reject.
That one was Electric Relaxation track called Quest Beat. Yeah, that was they sampled that. That was dope. I
didn't get into the for if that was the opening track.
I
wasn't into it. His flow is different on this album.
Yeah.
Like, let me get that first and foremost. Like, your flow is not like, I know you mess with flows, but you came with this weird flow basically the entire album, and I almost never got into it.
The whole album.
It's like 2 tracks.
Okay. Good.
After that, I had Stream of Thoughts.
Stream of Thoughts. That was all right. It was just kind of like that one. It wasn't that big of a deal for me.
He just spit a bunch of random stuff on this one.
Yeah.
Like this is the fine line Noah balances. He has lyrics, but he chooses to make it a bunch of shock value sometimes.
Yeah.
And that whole track was just a bunch of shock value, which for Noah, I'm actually at the point where like if he says something fully weird, I'm not too thrown off by it.
Yeah. For me as a consistent listener.
Like he would have to say something really unique and weird at this point. You just saying random weird freaky shit isn't like, oh yeah, that's what he does, man. All right, that's cool. But with your flow on this one, I'm like, the flow's it's just not that great.
Yeah.
After that, we got a Lemonade featuring Jake Weiser.
That one was dope. That was Braveheart. You know what it is. Made You Look, Nas sample. It was good.
This is where the album really started for me.
Okay.
Jake was cool. It wasn't the best Jake rapping I've heard, but I feel like Jake brought out the happy clouds I wanted to hear.
Yeah, he brought out the energy, and then pretty much Noah went off. I mean,
no, it snapped at that point.
Yeah,
that's why I was waiting for. I'm like, all right, why isn't like? Honestly, he doesn't really sound like he's trying on the other 2 tracks. But after I hear how he raps on the 3rd track, you know what I mean? Like the 3rd track is like, wow, did he wake up? Was he just like tired in the studio the first 2 days? Like, well, what was going on? I know it doesn't take a whole day to make these songs.
Oh no, yeah.
Like, after that we got Respect. It's really Respect.
There's Respect with the K.
He should have. If he'd have did it that way, I'd have gave him another point. But, this is one of my favorite tracks. Okay. He goes back to the other flow though, but this is the one track where that flow works for me. What beat is this? What's this one?
I'm not too sure.
And this is one of the only tracks where I feel like he has legitimate lyrical content. Also, the skit in the middle of the track was funny too.
Oh, where he's like, "Hey, this is Eric. I'm trying to order a cock meat sandwich or some shit."
Right.
I was like, okay.
Straight out of Harold and Kumar 2.
Yeah.
Guantanamo Bay.
All right. Listen, I think it was. I like the song, but I still feel like I've got a little bit of content from the last album we reviewed, and that was Unknown Artist, I think.
Yeah.
And
wait, was it Unknown? I thought it was
Tropical Dog Shit was the first one I think he did.
So this is our 3rd Noah project?
Yeah, don't you remember? No. Well, he goes by so many different names, you forget.
That might be true too.
Yeah, I definitely screwed that up with getting the order.
After that, I had Sweet Tea that honestly, like for how much I love the egg roll skit, this gets stupid.
Yeah, if you're comparing skits now, yeah, I feel like the egg roll skit is dope because
egg roll skit is a classic outside of just being a local album. Like that could be a classic. Like I could play that for somebody in Atlanta and they laugh.
Because you got that and then you got the song right after.
Right.
There was the egg roll song pretty much.
But I still think the skit's better than the song.
Oh, damn. Okay. Damn. The egg roll song? I like the egg roll song.
I like the egg roll song, but that skit is legendary. That's up there with like the Luda skit where dude picks up the phone. He's like, "Who's fucking my girl?" And it's like, "This is Ludacris." He's like, "Oh wait, Ludacris is fucking my girl." Oh shit! You ain't telling me you was fucking Luda. Check out the Red Light District. It was one of the skits on there. It was one of the skits on that album. Was one of the funniest shits I'd ever heard. But it's up there with that. But no, this skit's. I don't. Unless your skit's like remedial. I don't make choices on your album off of skits. Unless you have like 45. Dudes that have like too many skits, that'll hurt your album. Last track for me was Starring Me.
Starring Me, yeah.
This was lukewarm to end the album for me.
Lukewarm? Oh, no.
Like to me, for one thing, it just wasn't a great ending. And to me, this was I will never say that an EP this short has filler. But if this was a 15 track or a 16 track album, this song would be considered filler in that album.
So I wrote this up differently. I had this at the beginning. I thought this was like a decent opener because like the way I have wrote it in, it was like, I don't know how I fucked this all up. But so that I'm kind of like confused about how it's just the order for myself.
Right. Which I used to have that issue back in the day, so that ain't a big deal.
Today I'm just having a bad. Okay, so overall, I think this Starring Me I thought was kind of cool. I feel like it was cool, but I feel like it could have been a better intro.
Might have been a better intro.
Yeah.
As the last track, I mean, for me, it just didn't hit.
Yeah. And I definitely had all this messed up. But going back to the one song's Respect.
So what was your?
I just want to say there was You always like. I think this is probably the third, like out of the 3 albums. I swear to God, you're talking about the same girl, or you just know a bunch of girls that are sucking dick for a Nick sack. Swear to God, swear to God. Who is this girl?
This is Pittsburgh, man. There's a lot of bitches out here sucking dick for Nick sacks.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, are you still getting this girl to suck your dick? Like, you're like, fuck it.
First thing is she's found a source of nutrients that she could depend on. Then what else is what else is there to do?
Listen, I mean, I understand that's high in protein and what else,
I was talking about the weed.
Oh.
You took this too far.
I thought you took this because you're talking about. All right. Shout out to Australia listening, and I think you're now like, okay, we are.
Australia is going to warn them that make sure you don't get that gonorrhea.
Oh yeah, koala. Oh, koala. Yeah, koala bear.
So wait, why did that? Is that something that you've been listening to? Like you were waiting to hear him talk about this girl on this one?
And I didn't. Well, no, I heard. I was like, wait, and I'm like, wait. I swear to God, he was talking about in the last album, and then like I swear in the album before, he was like, wait, this girl's definitely been like. She needs to stop. Like, if she like knows you make music, like she's like, wait a minute, I'm the one who was.
And you know, I remember I heard that happened with Mac Miller once. That "Lucky Bitch" song is about a chick, like a chick from Pittsburgh, and the chick was geeked when she heard it.
Oh,
so like, no man, there might be a chick that's happy about that.
Okay,
she probably heard that chick is like, good. Can I get a dime sack this time?
You gotta get a dime sack. Oh, moving up.
So like, since now you're making songs about me and shit, like, I feel like that's where it escalates.
Yeah.
So also it's up to. I mean, I'm sorry, man. I mean, I hope your head's worth more than $5 or $10, it matter on what it is.
Yeah. Honestly, that bad.
So, we didn't do our favorites.
We did not do favorites.
So
we're doing 1-on-1. This is a super small. It's only 5 tracks.
You kick off the worst this time.
Worst, I would probably say. I'll probably say Stream-a-logs.
Oh, okay. I thought that was thoughts.
Thoughts. I'm sorry. I'm looking at what I wrote.
I love how you took a picture of handwritten notes.
Because I forgot to bring it in. I had it. I'm like halfway driving, like
there's a notes thing on your phone. That's where I'm.
I am not typing this up. I listen to the music, I write it down, and then that's it.
Yeah, one shot. That's it.
And I had one shot, and you know what? I missed it. But the second shot, I called, and I got the pictures in, so we good.
It's great. So my number one worst was Randy the Reject, the opener. Well, what my opener would have been.
Yeah.
So I feel like we got like different, like we got Pokemon Go and Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Red.
Yeah.
Like we out here just playing the same game, but it's different. But yeah, that would have been my worst track. So again, I just never got into it. Like, it was.
I would say the highlight song is for me Lemonade, but if it's a solo track, I'd probably say Starring Me.
Mine is Respect.
Respect?
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
And again, Lemonade's a highlight for me too, but Respect was the only time I felt like Noah got it good on his own.
Okay.
So
it was a good album. I'm gonna give you a solid 3.
I'm giving you the 1.5, man. You disappointed me. I'm disappointed. I can say that. I got better material out of you. I've gotten more consistent material out of you. I consider you like almost a homie too, man. Like you, like no matter what, you still got free range to come in here.
Oh yeah.
But nah, especially since you did you put this in my inbox or did he send this to my inbox?
He sent this.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He sent it to us last week.
So that's when I was like, you put it in there like I'm ready for my 5 out of 5, and I'm like, all right. And I just feel like I've gotten better material out of you, man. But like again, you're still growing. Mm-hmm. Keep on working with the people you're working with, man. Just keep it grinding. I know you got more material. You might want to start like opening up the time because we've listened to 3 of his projects in less than a half a year.
Just about, yeah.
So yeah, like maybe just try to like spread out some of your releases a little bit. Because I feel like we're gonna get another project out of you before the end of the year.
You can do like a little 3-song EP, like maybe like just put a little like I'm not saying like this is a 5-track. But I mean, I'm always down for a skit. You need to do something. You need to top off. Right now, it's 1 and 2.
I'd have just been happy if the duck skit was it, man. That was legendary, man. Just like the first Hangover, don't need to be a 3.
No, need to be a 3. All right, but again, thank you for watching. Again, I'll go off my number 4. Cow Capo, Luke O's was a 4.
I got a 4 on that one
and
too.
And then again, Happy Clouds. I'm giving it a 3. It was an all right, but you know what? I do expect more. Pretty much from this next project, there's a lot of expectations. I think production wise, it is overall good. I like this. I like the skit, but I feel like it
was cool. First thing, the reason I don't get the skit is if it's a real prank phone call, then you're never gonna hear the what the fuck. He's not in the bathroom.
Yeah. Well, he recorded this at home. He did it live.
Oh, no, I believe it. Yeah. It's just, the first thing he said, I got a large. He's like, I need your help. He's like, all right. He's like, or no, what he said, I need your help or I need you to fix it.
He's like, I need some help. I'm stuck in the bathroom. I have
sweet
teas.
No, he told me about the sweet tea first.
Yeah, he's like, how about one of your big, large sweet teas? And
I got stuck in the bathroom.
I don't understand. Like,
again, it is funny because he cut from I had a large sweet tea to now I'm stuck in your bathroom. I mean, like he made it sound like because of their sweet tea, it was their fault he was locked in the bathroom. That was the only thing about that was real funny to me because I'm like, he makes it really sound like the sweet tea caused him being locked in the bathroom. And I was like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I'm like, well, if they're gonna hang up the phone and go check to see if somebody's locked in the bathroom, you don't get to get that. Like, it'd been funnier if he was in the restaurant.
Yeah.
And you were watching them while you're on the phone, like, yeah, I'm locked in the bathroom. And these motherfuckers like, yo, there's a guy locked in the bathroom, and they're running in the bathroom and shit.
Yeah. We need to get him out or he's gonna sue us. It's like, all right. But I was cool. I liked it. But that was pretty much a wrap, Jerry. We're gonna have more content for next week. We'll have some albums.
Don't forget tonight down in Polish Hill, the Jimmy Wapo tribute.
Like 3 minutes. Get down there if you're not already there. Polish Hill. I don't know the exact address. It's up on our Facebook page and it's up on our Grandma Worldwide Radio page. I'm in James. In James _Lane.
Jay Skyline 99 Instagram and Twitter.
And you already know what it is. From GNWW Radio for Instagram and Twitter. And then again, below, please subscribe. You get more notifications. Check out all of our content. We got Break In again on Monday. Tuesday, we'll have Top 10. Wednesday, we'll have some interview most likely. And then always Friday, Current. And
always don't forget, Bars Day 3.
That's Saturday.
Bar Wars 3. Bar Wars 3. Again, the tournament. We got the Elite 8. Y'all, I told y'all. Steve Span versus Starlos, Cypher versus Fizzy, Villain versus Remo Wise, City Cows versus Basket Case. And don't forget 2 of the bigger undercard battles, Lady Hami versus Gifted, and Dorillis versus Bad News. So let's get it, man. I will not be there. James and Malachi will be in the house. Do not get heat stroke, guys.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say for today, man. Thank y'all for coming and joining us at Grandma Worldwide Radio. This is Unfiltered. Be back on Monday.